my love, so don't give away. In another woman that can take your spot, my love.
But mentally and physically, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And a lot is an understatement. Hey everybody.
Hola.
So today we're gonna talk about our postpartum journey. We got a lot of different experiences that we want to share with y'all. So you want to start? Go ahead.
Yeah. So we're basically talking about a few things. I got some notes on Babe's phone, but I guess one of the topics that we're going to talk about is like hardships.
Mm-hmm.
So hardships thus far. Me being 4 months. Me being 4 months postpartum.
Yeah.
You being a mom. You and I both being a mom.
First time
for 4
moms.
months. All of that.
All of the firsts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the
just
hardships.
how everything's been so far. So.
All right. So we're gonna give y'all the real. Okay. Motherhood, parenthood is a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And don't get me wrong. It's beautiful. It's definitely worth it. But mentally and physically, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And a lot is an understatement. No, I'm just kidding. But honestly, this is our first one. We have our beautiful baby, our son, our baby boy. And yeah, like I would say the hardships for me have just been it's been like a shock. It started off as like a complete mental, physical shock because like the sleep deprivation, like when we first brought him home, I took off from work and I took off like the first week and I was just struggling. Like I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to expect. And then like having to like care for him as well as like my wife, make sure that she was recovering well, because she'll explain like her whole experience. Like, but physically, like she had to recover, mentally, like she had to recover, as well as like caring for this new baby. Like I think being on the outside of that, like being a partner in that was a great challenge. I remember coming home and just being so nervous because I just wanted to get them in the house, like from the car to the house, you know. Like that first drive home was like so nerve-wracking, but we did it and we just took our time. And I remember like that's the best thing that we probably could have did was just like be present, take our time, and just allow like the natural flow to occur. I think that's what made it a little bit easier, a little bit smoother. But it was definitely hard mentally. It was definitely hard physically. I would say fast forward, now we're on month 4. I think right now the hard part is just like no day looks the same. Right. So it's just hard. It's incredibly hard not having structure, because me and my wife, we thrive on structure. We prefer that. But right now we just literally have to go with the flow, and there's so much outside of our control because our son is like his own human, his own person, and he's growing and developing. So it's just been a lot. So that's like the most challenging or the hardest part now. Yeah. But we handling it.
Yeah, I think so. Well, yeah, I think we're doing really well, but we've definitely had some hardships. Like I think I agree completely with everything you said. I would just add, as far as Shiloh goes, I feel like just having a routine in general while you're here, plus while me and him are just at home. Okay. Like every day looks differently, but that's for every part of our day. So like when Simone's here in the morning time before she goes to work, our routine looks completely different every single day. And then I would say when you're gone, me and Shiloh's routine looks completely different every single day. And I think like me being a newly stay-at-home mom and stay-at-home wife, like I've just been having to adjust to the inconsistency. You know what I'm saying? Like how I spend my day to day while you're at work with him. And then of course, like you said, like when we're around each other and stuff, like it's hard to have that routine down. And I don't know, I think that's the thing I'm still trying to figure out. So that I would say that's the worst hardship, like not having a routine and not knowing what to do, because we're first time moms, we don't know how to do this. And we're just figuring it out as we go. So, yeah. But then I would say like the other one would be like intimacy, because my postpartum recovery wasn't like, I wouldn't say it was incredibly hard, but it wasn't the easiest either, because I tore during birth. So I did get a 1st-degree tear, and I think after that I stopped trusting my body. Like I was trying to figure out how to because I had the feelings, you know, but how to like shut my mind up long enough to allow my body to do what it's supposed to do, you know, as far as intimacy goes and stuff. And then also with me being on Lexapro, like, you know, that's a whole nother beast in itself. But I think honestly, if I wasn't on Lexapro and I didn't have you around, I probably would have had a really hard time postpartum, honestly. But Simone is like very reassuring, and I've always loved that about her. But it was definitely hard in the beginning, like as far as intimacy goes. I would say.
And just to add, like with that tear, like she opted out of like getting stitches.
Yeah, I was in so much pain
because it was such a traumatic like natural birth she had, which like it was a lot. So like the thought of like getting anything done like right afterwards, like down there,
because I guess like in my mind I thought that it was gonna be like numb, you know, like so from adrenaline, like it was gonna feel numb, and the fact that I could feel every single thing, you can't stitch nothing up down there, which she said I didn't need it, and so I ultimately healed, but it just took longer than, you know, the 6 weeks or whatever. I'm gonna talk about that in my postpartum diary, so
check out her YouTube channel. She's a diamond in the rough. She's doing some great content over there.
So I would say those are the 2 biggest hardships, I would say.
Definitely.
So
all right, let's see. All right, so let's talk about what's going well, or that like kind of surprised us in this postpartum journey now that we have baby. So things that's going well, I would say from my point of view, just bonding and connecting, like I think that's going extremely well. Like me and my son like this, you feel me? Like it's amazing to see him grow. It's amazing to like just play with him or just like teach him things, even though like he probably don't, like he's observing and he's learning, but he doesn't fully understand, and that's okay, he's a baby. But like just seeing him absorb it all and just like be attentive, but also like explore, like he's not afraid to like venture off on his own. Like I can see more of his personality develop more and more every day. So I think that's the beautiful thing about it, like that bonding and like just raising this tiny little human and seeing this human grow every single day. The surprising thing, or something surprising, I feel like my love grew like after he was born. And I feel like, you know how like they say like your kid changed you for the better, like I feel like that's definitely true. I'm not sure if I'm fully surprised by that, but I think so, because like it's such a difference. I feel like
it's so new.
I feel like my heart just is bigger, and like I'm just able to love. And I feel like our son has taught me like what I deserve and love, just by like him being so innocent and me loving him. Like he's taught me about the value of like love and support and relationships in my life. And I think that's like been the most surprising thing, of like he's teaching me so much already and he don't even know it. You know,
he doesn't.
But yeah, what about you, baby?
So I would say what's going well would be us and our ability to make decisions for him and stuff. Like I feel like, and stay firm on him, because I feel like when you first get pregnant and you start telling people, like I swear everybody knows the best advice ever, and it's so hard to differentiate like between initially like differentiate between what you believe and what you want and what everybody else is saying should be, or how it, you know, basically telling you their opinion about everything, what you should do or shouldn't do. And so it's hard to like put your mind in the space of, oh, you can raise your child how you want to raise them, how you see fit, and that's okay.
That's okay.
So I would say like that's one thing, you know, that we did really well. And we have been doing really well, just making decisions for him that to the best of our ability, and just keeping him in mind and staying firm on it. Like, if this is something that we want to do regardless of anybody else's advice, like, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it our way.
That is amazing. We communicate to each other and do joint decisions. Like, it's beautiful.
And it's like we're raising our own little family. Like, everybody who's told us advice, they've gotten the chance to raise their own little families.
Exactly.
So now it's our turn. It's like we're finding our
rhythm,
our little rhythm.
Yeah.
And I love that. I think we're doing really well, like, with that. I don't feel like we've clashed a lot. When it comes to like making decisions about what's best for him. And stuff like
that's true. Anything surprising?
Yes. So initially, before Charlotte was here, like, we were saying like, oh, this person's gonna be called mom, this person's gonna be called mommy, and stuff like that. And I feel like we were so adamant about that because, you know, we are in a same-sex couple, so it's like we want him to be able to differentiate like who is who. But I think it's so surprising that now we just don't care. It's like whoever he calls, whatever, that's fine with us.
Matter.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if he calls her mommy and calls me mom, or me mommy and her mom, like, that's completely fine. We don't want to be like so strict to be like, oh, you have to call me mom and you have to call her mommy. Like, it's already confusing enough that we're two women. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's really surprising that we just kind of like let that go and been like using it interchangeably. You know what I'm saying? Because
actually, I be forgetting myself. I be like, oh, am I mom or mommy? Like, it don't matter, you know. I even be like, mamas. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. So that has been like,
and I feel like he'll choose what sticks to him. You know what I'm saying? We could be neither, and I could be ma. You know what I'm saying? Versus mom or mommy. Like, so it's just whatever sticks with him.
All right, so I think that's it with like the surprises and what's going well. So we can move on to the next topic. So we would say like the next topic is like adjustments, or what we have learned that we need in this postpartum journey, especially being 4 months postpartum now. So one thing that we know we need is support. And just to kind of recap for our new subscribers, shout out to y'all for joining the family. But just to recap, we stay in Houston, Texas, and so we are originally from Tennessee. That's where we met, and basically we moved out here on our own. Our family is still back in Tennessee, and so we don't have any close in-person supports, and so we have decided that that's something that we're missing. That's something that we know we need. So we're gonna open ourselves up to like finding community, whether that's like going to more in-person events, or like just kind of finding
support groups,
things that we could do as a family that are like family friendly, or even for like parents, or
play dates, stuff like that.
Like things that are like LGBTQ plus friendly. Like, we're going to open ourselves up this year in 2025 to doing that, and we feel like we're ready for that. So that's something that we're excited about.
I'm excited. I think that's gonna be so cool, just to see baby boy interacting with other babies before, you know, he gets to that kindergarten or preschool age and stuff. Like,
as he's growing and developing,
and like learning about other moms and what they do, and just like sharing tips and hacks, and just finding friends that actually have like babies.
Like, we're definitely open to building our community. Baby boy, as he's growing and developing, like, we want him to socialize with people outside of us, you know. And so our family, you know, they have come to visit. They're going to continue to come to visit, but we know, like, in the meantime, we probably need like more consistent support in person. So that's what we're gonna do.
I do also want to point out that I think that we've done a really good job thus far, you know, with it just being us solely all the time. And I know sometimes we prefer it that way as well. But like, I think we have like a healthy balance that we're looking for. You know, so we want to be able to have that space of our own, like being able to just be by ourselves, and then we also want to have like other people who can support, because it does take a village. We do believe in that. It's just we don't want to live in the same state, you know.
We like, are trying to
want to just travel and you know, move around. So yeah,
of course. All right, and so I think we are at our final topic now, and we hope you all are enjoying this video so far.
Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already.
Yes, like, comment, and subscribe. Just tell us how much if you're really vibing with this video, and we hope to bring y'all more content that's similar to this. So just keep tuning in. But now we're at the final topic, which is about dating.
Yes.
So what are your thoughts on like dating, postpartum, 4 months now? What's going on? What you think?
I think having a baby hasn't stopped us, honestly. Like, I feel like we've always been that couple though, to like going out and like brunches, dinners.
Love a good brunch.
You know, a
Love
happy
a good
hour.
dinner. We're foodies.
Yes.
If y'all don't know, we are foodies.
Yes.
Like, we love some good food, a good meal. Like, we sold.
I think the only difference for us, I feel like, since we've had a baby, is like adjusting to like having a cocktail or something while we're out, you know? Like, of course we're not gonna get wasted or anything while we have him and stuff, but like ordering a glass of wine and being comfortable, like, and we can't let the judgment or like let our thoughts think that we can judge. Let me say that.
I think that that's more on her, because I don't be caring, y'all.
Babe, the first time we went out, we went out to like a Mexican restaurant, and Simone was literally worried. She said she wasn't anxious, and I was saying I was anxious. And then when we got in there, she was anxious. Like, she was like rushing us to eat our food. Like,
I will admit, like, when we first started off, that is true. Like, when we first started off, I don't think it was about like drinking though.
Yeah.
Like, it was about being out, period, with him. Like, it was like going out with a baby. I was so nervous about that. I didn't know about like, I just feel like a baby is so unpredictable. Like, you don't know when they're going to need this or that. You don't know how they're going to act if you're in a, you know, public place. So it's just like, being in a controlled environment like your home is one thing, but like when you step outside of that and now you're going to a restaurant or you're going to the mall or you're going somewhere else public, I was extremely nervous. So I would be anxious. Like, it was hard for me to like actually enjoy the moment, because I was anxious and I was just thinking about like him most of the time and taking care of him, that I couldn't really relax and enjoy like being in that place.
But I feel like that dissipated over
That
time, because
it was like exposure. The more that I did it, the more comfortable I felt.
Yeah.
So that is a great point.
He's a really great baby out
Yeah.
in public, I feel like
yeah, he is. He does well.
And like, I think it's almost kind of like a white noise for him. So like when we're out, he goes to sleep, or
most times he's
chilling.
asleep. Yeah.
And I feel like now that he's getting older, he's more alert and stuff.
But he's chill. Like, he's still chill.
Like chill for the most part. And if he wants to be like a little fussy, once we take him out of his car seat and he's like able to look around, he's fine. He's just chilling.
But I would say I'm not worried about judgment. Like, I'm not that type to worry about like what other people got to say about me, my family, our baby. I ain't thinking about other people. I'm thinking about me. I'm thinking about my wife, and I'm thinking about our son.
I know,
that's
but I think for me, it's more so like I worry about what people think of me as a mom. You know what I'm saying? That's the new part for me nowadays. It's like, I guess I need to keep in my mind, regardless of me being a mom, I'm still a person. So like, I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? But I be thinking people are judging me for how I parent. Like,
and if they are
watching stuff.
We got fingers.
Yeah, no, I'm good now. I'm good now. Like, I feel like now I'm more comfortable and confident. Like, I'm a mom. I got 4 months in this thing.
Yeah, definitely. I think that confidence just had to be there. I think it's okay to like question, you know, and like be a little bit weary about this or that, because everything's
like,
so
I'm
new.
A mom now.
Yeah, but like the more you do it over time, you just like,
the more you get used to it, the more you feel comfortable.
You don't worry as much, and then like you're more comfortable. So I think we're at a good spot right now. I'm so curious to see what like these next couple months in this journey is going to bring us. But at the same time, I'm loving it right now, so I'm just going to like try to stay present and appreciate where we're at exactly right now. But I think we've been doing really well, extremely well. For us to be first time parents, mothers, like, we doing it.
Shout out to my wife.
Shout out to you, baby.
I feel like we've been doing this together and it's been so great. Like,
Yeah.
And I also want to say shout out to our therapists individually
Yes.
and our marriage therapists because we've just been so all over the place sometimes that you don't realize that you do need those sessions. But having like our individual therapist and our couples therapist, like I feel like
they hold you accountable.
That's helped a lot.
Yeah.
With keeping us grounded.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we've been doing great. I'm so proud of us. We kept a baby alive for 4 whole months. And he's so healthy. We did it. Who did it? Advanced.
He's amazing. Good. He's the most incredible baby ever. Like
ever. And I be getting a little jealous sometimes because he be trying to go to say all the time.
Okay. Anywho, that's the story for another day.
Yeah.
But
I love their relationship.
We hope y'all enjoyed this, and we're gonna keep the content going. That's what we're here for. So if y'all have any questions, if y'all have any comments, be sure to comment them down below, and we'll get back with y'all. But until next time, bye.
Bye.